Hello everyone and welcome to another apocalyptic batrep of the 40k apocalypse. Batrep! Woo! Damn a lot of wraith guards here, but I don't think they did that much. Something killed the Chaos Knight. This base is still there for some reason. He actually fell over and blew up the Eldar transport. It was kind of funny. Vortex is still doing their thing in the middle. That was pretty effective. So over here you can see like all the flyers have come in and sort of started hovering by now, I think. Dropping some Tempestus science. Some science. They dropped some science, bitch. And Kalgar left his honor guard and tried to charge my Devil Gaunts. Didn't really do that much. Mostly because he failed the charge. See Shaky Cam Deluxe here. It's kind of hard to walk around with a filming with a tablet when there's lots of people around you. I'm trying to keep it still. Necron's holding the bridge for now. There's a lone Devastator Sergeant, I think. When you're like the last guy in your squad, in Apocalypse, no one really bothers to shoot at you because there's so much else to shoot at. That's more a higher priority. So you could actually survive quite a bit if there's only you left, which is fun. Of course, you're absolutely useless. That big blob of bloodletters there is going to have some fun with the Eldar, I think. We left a huge hole here in the middle for us. They didn't really occupy the bridges and they just went forward with everything on this side. So we had quite a lot of room in their backspace to deep strike in. Thank you, Imperium. I think they're dropping Thunderfire cannons at me at this point. Which is a good move because it ignores cover. It just wipes my guys out. Luckily for me, they only had one. That could have been really, really bad. I don't think the Ultramarine player actually brought that many nasty formations. I'm not sure he even brought one. But he did bring a Robot Gilliman and a freaking Fellblade, so I think that's okay. Who, by the way, you can see here in the red cape, he just utterly decimated Scarbrand. Although Scarbrand is pretty badass in close combat. But I think he rolled a 6 and insta-killed him. Which was too bad, because he gave us a rage and a hatred bubble. There we go. I think he removes like 10 of my 20 Hormagaunts in that unit. It's pretty hurtful. My feelings. There we go, dead pile. Rest of the guys. The Necrons and the Demons held up the right flank here pretty well. And my Carnifexes and Swarmlord and stuff held the left flank. Actually, it wasn't that much on the left flank. A lot of small, strong units. And some tactical squads. In the middle was just bogged down with Termagants and some cultists. I thought those Wraith Guards there with the double swords were going to actually mulch through, but they didn't. And the Termagants actually like killed one in each close combat, which was pretty hilarious. He killed like 2 Termagants or something, and I killed one of his. It's like, what the hell? Terminators got charged by the Hormagaunts in the center, piling through there between everything else, but it actually whiffed pretty badly. So we ended up, I think, locked in combat until like the end of turn 3 actually, which was the last turn. Because that's the bad thing with in Apocalypse we only have time for like 3 turns. And by then we played like 10 hours, lunch included, of course. 3 turns is not really that good for assault armies because you get to the enemy at like turn 2, and then by turn 3 you might be through. if you're lucky. Maybe with like your Death Stars or whatever, if you're that kind of guy. But that means you don't actually have that much time to get to the objectives. So it's kind of hard to score. Tyranids actually inadvertently played pretty defensively here, tanking most of the center and just bubble wrapping objectives. Couldn't quite get through them, and they couldn't get through me. It was pretty funny. Of course, I could have deployed more of my Tyranids here, and we would probably have pushed through even more than we did. But then if you place everything on one end in Apocalypse, you won't actually get to see the whole battle, which is kind of boring. I think they're dropping like the Fellblade large apocalyptic sort of blast. I can't remember the names. Poor choice though, because I have a 3-up cover here from all the intervening models and the Venomthorpes. And the other guys have like a 4-up, a 5-up. God damn it. I think the Pink Horrors went to ground for a 4-up and actually managed to save. So he didn't want to lose a guy from the Pink Horrors because there were 11 of them, and I think that gives him like an extra warp charge or something. So that big blast was probably better used somewhere else. Funnily enough, like in the more front row here to the right would have been way better. Maybe, I don't know. No, maybe not. I have a Venomthorpe there as well. That Mucleid is proxying for a Venomthorpe. Just because I only have 2. And I only have 1 Mucleid, so it's kind of useless. I wish I had 3 of them, because then I could do the spore formation, where they also come back on a 4+. And they get Infiltrate, which actually makes them pretty useful. And here's the beginning of turn 2, actually. I think we might wrap it up here in the video soon. Just go to do turn 2 and 3 in the next part. But here's the demons and Necrons moving up. Most of the bloodletters are gone. Marines are spilling out here, losing all their vehicles. The Vortex went back and killed something, I think. Hormagaunts about to charge the Thunderwolves with my 20 guys with poison, and they're actually really good against the Thunderwolves because they deliver like 60 attacks. Poor Hellbrutes. They mishapped the deep strike and ended up in a corner. Now they have to walk all the way back. Actually, though, it was pretty good that they were there later in the game, because we didn't really have anything to cover that objective. Here's Abaddon and his dudes. But those Devil Gaunts actually failed their instinctive behavior and went towards their ruin. Here's some Tempestus Scions jumping out of the Valkyrie. Another group. Some Demon Prince. Baneblade. That Catan is way too close for you. I'm sorry. That Catan was so freaking OP as well. Some more demons deep striking behind them. Here's some close combat. I think he wrecked the 2 Carnifexes with the Avatar of Cain and the Wraithlord pretty easily. Luckily they are separate units. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe!